Hi everyone, Melissa here. In today's video, I want to talk about what to do if you are noticing that you're constantly noticing that your manifestation isn't here yet. If you're constantly checking your 3D physical reality and saying, I'm affirming, but it's not here yet. I'm affirming, but it's not here yet. I'm in scripting and doing all this stuff and it's not here yet. This video is for you and I think it will really help you. Okay, so I have been noticing this a lot with clients lately, really wanting their manifestation, really putting a lot of energy into trying to get their manifestation and constantly noticing that it's not here yet. When you're noticing something isn't here yet, that's telling you you are focusing your attention in the wrong place. You are obsessing or obsessively thinking about your manifestation, but you're not thinking about it from the right perspective. So the way we want to think about our manifestations, our desires, is that it's true right now. So that's, sometimes you'll hear that being called thinking from it, thinking from it. The way we don't want to be thinking about our desires that haven't manifested yet are thinking about it and longing for it and thinking that it might happen or it's not here yet, or just daydreaming of it and thinking of it. But that's not going to get you your manifestation to show up, because when you're thinking of your desire, you're telling your subconscious mind that you don't have it yet, that it's just this thing that's over here that's not in my field of view yet. It's not, it's invisible to me, but I know, but it's over here and I want it. So we want to steer you away from thinking about it that way and into thinking about your desire as though it's true now. You're thinking from the perspective that you already have it. You're thinking from the perspective that it's already done. It's just the way things are now. So when I see people get stuck in constantly noticing that it's not here yet, what that means is you have focused your attention on the fact that it's still over here. It's your manifestation is still over here. It's not here. It's not true. It's not done yet. It's not with you yet. Okay. You are investing all your energy into noticing that you don't have it yet. So we want to try to shift you to invest your energy into deciding that it's already true, deciding that you have it already, deciding that this is just the way things are already. If you can shift your focus to think about your desires that way, you're not going to notice that you don't have them, because it will already be done up here, which is what needs to happen for it to push out here. So you have to believe it into you. Neville says it that way, I think, in one of his lectures. So you're not believing in it, you're believing it in. So you are accepting as true your desire. You're accepting that your desire is true, and then it shows up for you in your physical experience. You experience it up here first, and then it gets pushed out for you to experience out here. So if you're constantly noticing, I don't have it yet, I've been doing all this work, I don't have it yet, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the fact that it's not true yet. You're focusing on the fact that you don't have it yet. You're focusing on your old unwanted story that's telling you that it's not true yet. You're focusing on circumstances that you don't like, that don't match your desire, and you're using that as evidence, and you're proving to yourself on a loop over and over and over again that my manifestation isn't here yet, it's not true yet, I don't have it yet. So it's just a matter of shifting your focus, shifting your attention, investing all that effort and energy into your new story, into your affirmations that align with, that match what you want, that equal your desire being true now. So it's focusing on the new story. And when you notice that your desire isn't here yet, that your manifestation hasn't showed up yet, that's your sign that you need to persist in your new story. Those are the most important moments to persist. And in fact, I think I mentioned this in another video. For me, and I've noticed this for other clients as well, the moments where it feels the most difficult to persist, if you will persist there and push through that uncomfortable feeling, that nagging voice telling you you can't have it, your manifestation is just on the other side of that. But it's just that you don't believe that. You don't believe that it's actually just right there. You don't believe that if you change your mind, what you get to experience changes based on your new assumption, you know? And so that's why keeping little lists of other manifestations and desires is super helpful, because sometimes really what you believe are really small manifestations will prove to you in such an amazing way that you really are the only one in control of what you're experiencing. And it just helps to build your confidence, because you can get to the point, and you already are this way. You just didn't realize this is how everything works. But you just decide something is true, and then that's what you experience. You're doing that already in your life. You're just not noticing it, or you're doing it for things that you don't want instead of what you do want. You're probably also doing it for things that you want, but again, you're not associating that with, oh, I manifested this, because maybe you didn't consciously decide I'm going to manifest this. It just happened. It flowed naturally, because that's how this works. And it's flowed naturally your whole life, and you're never doing it wrong, and you're never messing it up. You're just sometimes thinking contrary to what you want, affirming contrary to what you want, accepting as true contrary to what you want. And then that's what you're experiencing. So it really, really always comes down to persist in thoughts that align with, that match your desire being true right now. So whatever helps you to do that. Some people really love scripting. Some people really just love affirming. Some people really love doing SATs and visualizing. Some people do a combination of all of that. You find what feels good for you and what works for you, but your goal should always be to tell a better story, to tell the best story you possibly can with your inner conversations about your desires, about what you want, about your manifestations. And every time you catch yourself noticing, I don't have it yet, it's not here yet, that's a moment to redirect your thoughts. That's the moment to persist in your new story. And even if in that moment, all you can do is say, you know what, I don't know why it's not here yet, but I just know I'm going to persist in my new story, and this is what's true instead. Sometimes, so there's two ways I like to do this with my manifestations. Sometimes it really helps me to make up a story about why I'm not seeing something happen yet. That works in my favor. Like I will always try to spin whatever thought I have to my advantage. So let's do an example. Let's say you're feeling ghosted and you're trying to get communication from somebody. So you're noticing that you haven't had communication yet is your sign that you need to persist in your new story, because in that moment you're noticing that they're not communicating with you. You're identifying with the fact that you're being ghosted or not communicated with, which is what you don't want, right? So in that moment, you could do one of two things. You could do three things. You could keep telling yourself, yeah, you're right, I'm being ghosted, and agree with that unwanted story. And then that's what you're going to continue to experience. Or you could decide, you know what, I don't know why I haven't heard from them yet today, but I know that they are constantly thinking about me. They reach out to me all the time. I'll hear from them whenever they get a minute. They're totally not ignoring me. They have no reason to ignore me. They really want to talk to me. Okay, see, so that's making up a story for why what you want is true instead of what you're seemingly experiencing. Or the third option is you just decide something new is true about it, and you don't even need to give yourself a reason for why it's true, because your thought's great, and you just decide what you want and you accept what you want is true, and then it shows up. So that example would be, they're not ghosting me, I'll hear from them later. So it's really just convincing yourself of your new truth, changing your mind, changing your perception of what you're experiencing or what is not showing up to match what you want to be true, as though it's true right now. So practice shifting your focus, practice shifting your thoughts and redirecting them to what you want instead. And if it's a manifestation you've been working on for a long time, sometimes it is helpful to have a handful of affirmations that match what you want. So in those moments where you catch yourself slipping and thinking, oh, it's not here yet, you have a little toolbox, you have an arsenal of things, of thoughts that you can go to help redirect your mind. And keep doing it until you feel better, until, always try to end it on the thought that aligns with your desire. And as you do that enough and more, your brain likes repetition, you're trying to change a thought pattern, the more you start redirecting and thinking thoughts that align with your desire, that's going to overpower the old unwanted story. And then pretty soon you're not going to have that nagging voice telling you it's not here yet. You're not going to notice that it's not here yet because you will have accepted it as true already. And your subconscious mind is like, okay, and then it will be pushed out for you to experience. So when you stop noticing that it's not here yet, that's a pretty good indication that you've accepted as true that it's done already, right? Or you're already just experiencing it in your 3D, so there's no need for you to say it's not here yet, So just to recap all of this, if you're noticing it's not here yet, that means you need to redirect your focus. That means you're focusing on the wrong thing. That means you're focusing on the old unwanted story. You're focusing your attention on the old unwanted story telling you that for whatever reason, you don't have what you want or you can't have what you want. Okay? So it's just your indicator to redirect your thoughts. And be gentle with yourself. I know it can get super frustrating, especially if you've been working on a manifestation for a long time, but you're just trying to change a thought pattern and you're so good at this already. You do it in every area of your life all day long. Sometimes we just have layers of stories attached to certain desires. And sometimes it just takes a little bit more redirecting before your brain is like, oh, okay, this is what's true now. Here you go. I'm going to push it out for you. So if you get stuck, rewatch this video. I really think that this will help you understand what's happening when you are noticing something's not here yet. And like I said, be gentle with yourself. Have fun with manifesting. Now that we are consciously aware that this is how it works, what an amazing gift. We have the power to change absolutely anything, to create absolutely anything to show up in our experience. So be grateful for that power, have fun with it, make a list of cool things you want to experience too outside of this one or two big manifestations that you still haven't gotten to show up yet, because that's going to build your confidence, right? We just keep practicing, focusing your attention on the wanted story, focusing your attention on the fact that your desire is true right now. Okay, I think that's all I have to say in this video. If you guys have any comments, questions, post them below in the YouTube comments, because we look at those. And any suggestions for videos, post those, because we love providing videos for stuff that you guys want to hear about. And if you are having trouble figuring out what stories you're telling yourself, why you keep noticing something isn't here yet, I am here for one-on-one coaching. I would love to meet you and help you. You can find the link for that in the description below. I'm not sure if I mentioned the free course, but if I didn't, we are giving away a free course, which you can also find out about below. And that's it for this video. So I hope you guys have a really wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one.